Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome.
Shabbat shalom.
We're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight's service is going to be a little bit different than it usually is for Friday night because it is Chol HaMoed Pesach. Um, what's that? Very funny. Thank you. So because it's Chol HaMoed, there's a few things we do a little bit differently. One of those things is that, and especially because today was the second day of Yontiv, we don't light the candles here in the synagogue because we don't have an existing flame to light them with. And we're not able to strike the match because it's already Yontiv. So, with that being said, we're going to skip doing the candles tonight. At the same time, we also don't do a full Kabbalat Shabbat because it is Chol HaMoed Pesach. Kabbalat Shabbat is a kind of liturgical spiritual up, get into the mood of welcoming Shabbat, but we're already supposed to be spiritually warmed up because of Passover, so therefore we don't do all of Kabbalat Shabbat. Instead, we begin with the Psalm for Shabbat, Mizmor Shir, which can be found on page 27 in the Siddur. So again, page 27. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Tov Lehodot L'Adonai, Ulzamer Leshimcha Elyon, Ulzamer Leshimcha Elyon. בוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל. עלי היגיון בכינור, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards. We'll now turn the page to page 28 and finish the psalm for Shabbat with Tzadikat Amar. Tzadikat Amar Yifrach Kerez Balvanon Yizke Shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrihu Od Yenuvun Beseva Deshenim Verananim Yiyu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Tzuri Tzuri Velo Avalatabo. We'll continue with Psalm 93, page 29. Adonai malach hu lavesh, lavesh Mikolot ma'im rabim adirim mishpereyam adir bamarom Adonai edotecha nemnu me'od leveitecha Na'ava Kodesh Adonai Leorech Yamim. We'll now turn ahead to page 178 and continue with the prayer for the state of Israel at the top of the page. Avinu Shabbat Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael vegoalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael vegoalo. Barech, Barech, et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Geulateinu, הגן עליה בברות חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. אבינו, אבינו, שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. אבינו, אבינו, שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. Avinu Shabashamayim, stronghold and redeemer of the people Israel, bless the state of Israel that it may be the beginning of our redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace, guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel, strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph, bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy, and let us say, Amen. And we'll continue now with the Mishaberach prayer for those who are ill. If you have the name of someone you want to add this evening, please go ahead and rise. And after we read through the names on our list, we'll go around the room. You can say the name out loud. And if there's anyone online, you can unmute at that time as well. We will start with the Debbie Friedman Mishaberach. The words can be found either on the top of page 173 on the left-hand corner or on the back of the Shabbat flyer. Mi shebeirach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Leah bat Sarah, Yaakov Achana bat Rivka Simcha, Shena Rezel bat Sima, Adam Chaim ben Sarah, Nisan ben Esther, Shoshana Lena bat Yochevet, Kira bat Ariel, Batcha bat Chana, Talia Devora bat Brana, Judith Siegel Yehudit bat Ruth, Ernest Edinger Yisrael ben Ita, Don Satz David ben Leah, Melissa Lawrence Shemira Cherut bat Sarah, Jack Azuz Yaakov ben Limid, Shirley Morrison Sarah bat Gittel, Richard Levine Reuven Yaakov ben Leah, Rick Hammer Ezra ben Yadaroisha, Diane Chodorow, Jennifer Brown Lerner, Eva Kuris, Ken Gasser, Harvey Kulchin, Jennifer Hayden, Julia Damaro, Elva Pineda, Judy Pitkovsky, Nancy Levick, Killian Parker, Tanya Boberick, Marion Kemerlingo, Terry Lukanik, Stephen Lukanik, Robert Lukanik, Patty Locks, Gary Guto, Nancy Rummage, Lynn Sinowitz, Chessie Idenopoulos, Francis Gilston, Doris Duhigg, Amy Stone, June Shadman, Pam Daly, Dennis Milanazzo, Andrew Bustamante, Linda August, Damon LaForest, and B. Grant.
Diana Daves and Doug Crosby.
Jeff Brody, Rhonda Quintas. Robert Cohen. Mary Brother, Thomas Lagal.
Yusuf Ben Meyer, Caleb Bennett, Shannon Davis, Kika McCarthy, and Erica Stevenson.
And is there anyone online who would like to share a name? Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha avot so of renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. We'll now turn back to page 39A, and we'll continue with the Mariv service. I invite everyone to please rise for the Baruch Hu on the top of the page 39A. Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Leolam Vaed. Lai dai 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 lai dai 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 dai. You may be seated. Please join me on the English side in the middle of the page of 39a. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. We'll continue with Ahavat Olam, page 40. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha Ahavta, Amecha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokveinu ufkumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem nege yomam valayla, nege yomam valayla. Ve'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev hamo Yisrael, ohev hamo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Echad. בכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה עם שורש. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Top of 43a. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. We'll continue with Mi Chamocha, top of page 44. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot אוסף אלה, מלכותך רעובניך בוקע ים לפני משה, זילי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, והוגיע לו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. We'll continue with Hashkivenu, page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim, u'feros aleinu sukat shelomecha, ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. We'll continue now with Vishamru Chatzi Kaddish, page 46. Please rise. Vishameru v'nei et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת. Gala ba'agala, uvizman karive meru, amen. Yehi shemei rabba mevarach, le'alam le'al me'al maya, itebarach, itbarach. Vitalal Shmei Kudesha Rihu Leila Min Kol Bechata Veshirata Tushbechata Venechemata Damiran Be'alma Veimeru Amen. We'll continue now with the private silent Amidah that begins on page 47. Please remember the insertion for Chol HaMoed Pesach in the middle of page 50.
ביום חג המצות הזה.
Hu yaseh shalom, ose shalom, shalom b'meromav. Hu yaseh shalom, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom, shalom b'meromav. Hu yaseh shalom. We'll continue with the full Kaddish, page 54. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divara kirutei ve'amlit malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chay l'chol beit Yisrael b'alalav v'zman kamim ve'imeru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam le'almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitamam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalav v'yitalal shmei l'kudesha b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. Titgabal tzalot ahon v'atahon dechol Yisrael kodam avahon divishmaya ve'imeru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'Imeru. Amen. Ose Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'Imeru. Amen. And we'll continue now with the Friday evening Kiddush, page 55. Please rise or remain standing. Savarim Adonam Verabaram Verabotai, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Borei Peri Hagafen. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabahat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu b'farta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat l'chaim. At this point, we would normally count the Omer. However, because the sun has not gone down yet, we are not able to count the Omer. So if you do plan to count tonight after the sun goes down at home, you would recite the blessing and then recite which day of the Omer it is. Because we can't actually recite the Omer right now, I cannot tell you which day it is, but I can tell you that the day was day number 2. So you can do the math to figure out what day it'll be tonight. Okay. With that, we'll continue with Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shameach l'adon hakol l'teit gedula l'ser breshit shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot velo samanu kemishpechot adama shelo samakeinu rahem וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד על כן יקבל אחד מאלוהינו לירום בני זה אחד ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We will now take a moment to remember those who are no longer with us. This Shabbat, we remember the yard sites for the upcoming week of Abraham Flicker, Alvin Prant, Charlotte Friedman, Faye Holtzman, Irving Friedman, Judy Holtzman, Mordecai Rotenberg, Morris Garten Schwartz, Seth Morans, Susan Flicker, and William Lewis. And if there's anyone else you are remembering, please take a moment to remember them in your mind and in your heart, and may their memory be for goodness and for a blessing. We'll continue with Mourner's Cottage, page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divarach Kirutei ve'amlich Malchutei, B'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach le'alam al'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei dekudisha b'rihu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. With
Have a private consultation.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the sticker. Didn't we say I don't we show them?
Oh, yes, we did. Thank you. So today, during the day is the first day, not the second. The math is
Counting is hard.
It gets confusing.
It feels like it's the third one.
Oh, yeah, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. There will be a small Oneg Shabbat in the lobby after services, and many thanks to everyone who helped set that up. Services tomorrow are at 9:30 in the morning, and we'll have a regular pace services. We will be having continuing to have our weekday minyan on Mondays and Thursdays. They meet at 8 o'clock in the morning. Always looking for extra people to make a minyan. But barbecue is this Sunday evening, April 5th, 6 p.m. Reservations are closed, but Jimmy says that you can still pay at the door. So if you or your friends have not made reservations yet, you can still. Chag Shabbat is back. Our first Chag Shabbat of the year will be Friday evening, April 17th. So that's in 2 weeks. Be here at 5 p.m. And Don Thompson, Angelina, and Rabbi Angris will be leading. All families with young children are invited. I think the target age is 0 to 7. And reach out to Dawn or Angelina with any questions. Our next intergenerational education program, Amor L'Dor Vador, which links our senior citizens with our religious school confirmation students, will be taking place on Sunday, April 19th. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning. The theme is celebrating nature, and I saw something that said that it was going to meet at the nature center. Anybody know anything about that?
I saw it in a flyer, but
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
Okay. Well, it's yeah, over at the end. Yeah, or very end of Candelaria, Rio Grande. Yeah. Anyhow, also Sunday, April 19th is the congregational annual meeting, 2 p.m. You can attend by Zoom. In order to do that, you'll have to call the office and ask Amanda to get you a Zoom invitation. And you can also vote that way if you are a member who's paid up and everything. But if you can come in person, please do so we can make sure to have a minyan. The bar mitzvah of Jacob Crashen will be the following weekend, Saturday morning, April 25th. And of course, our bar mitzvah services run a little bit long. We'll be starting at 9 o'clock in the morning on that day. And finally, we'll be having a simple Sunday Lag BaOmer hot dog picnic fundraiser. That'll be Sunday, May 3rd at 12 noon. Come and enjoy a kosher hot dog with us in celebration of Lag BaOmer and help fundraise for the community. There will be online RSVP. Beth and Brian can answer any questions. Yes, but the touch Shabbat will also meet down here in the chapel.
That's what I'm told.
Yep. Okay. Anybody else have anything? Okay. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay. Thank you, Marty. Yashikov. We'll conclude now with Yigdal, page 62. יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא בעיני אל מציאותו, אחד ואין יחיד כבודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו. קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו, הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמשה עוד, נביא ומביט את תמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמואל, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר דתו, לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרישתו, ישלח לקץ ימין משיחנו, לפדות מחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach, everyone. Please join us in the lobby for the Oneg. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos.